Ladies and gentlemen, this is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon's After Hour Gaming League B League team. Thank you for joining us for what should be an excellent match between Twitch and Raytheon in Week 5 of the regular season. Let's introduce the players. In the upper right-hand corner, we have, as the blue Terran, Fishstix playing for Team Twitch. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have for Team Raytheon, Shardarki playing as the red Zerg. And we see some nice dialogue there, some friendly chit-chat, some hello world. And let's get this game on the roll. So for the history, ooh, lag spike. Oh, that's never good. I have FiOS, so I don't know why they would, I don't know what that, I've never experienced the lags, but anyway, side note, I will note that right now Raytheon is up 2-0 in this matchup. The first two matches went to BBZ and yeah, buddy, quite handedly. An excellent Zerg versus Protoss matchup, which saw some Locust play against some Tempest, and then finally a Zerg on Zerg with some interesting Baneling play, as well as Roach Hydra mix against Roach Mutalisk mix, which resulted in Raytheon being up 2-0. So now we get to see Game 3, Shardarki and Fishstix. We do see some scouting going on here. I will give you the unit count. It does look like there is one more SCV on the map than there is drones, and Shardarki has just effectively corrected me by placing another drone on the map. And we are going to see the barracks go down, and a marine go down, and the supply depot go down, all at once. So now Shardarki is effectively blocked from seeing into Fishstix main base, and as a result, Fishstix is now able to go get a marine, and he is not going to let that drone just walk away. He is going to bring his marine up and out, and he may just find that drone. No. So it looks like he is just going to miss seeing that drone. So excellently placed by Shardarki. But it does look like he's going to have another one to patrol. Just trying to find that drone, it looks like. Alright, so we do see some fast expand play here by the respective Terran player. I would say this is a little risky here for Shardarki. Why? He's not scouting. He's not the overlord. Let's see. So we've got two overlords here looking at his front. I would argue that there really needs to be one just hovering either there, or it needs to be coming up and around so that he can see what's going on. He doesn't know. He doesn't know this is getting built. He doesn't know this bunker's going down. Does he know this bunker's going down? No, he has no idea. So Terran is going to get a huge economic boost by going for this fast expand if he can pull it off. Does go ahead and get the refinery. So right now, focused almost entirely on his economy, supply depot, no factory, just bunker, patrolling. I don't believe Shardarki is aware of the economic prospects that Fishstix is going after right now. So a little bit risky play here, I won't lie, by Fishstix, but this is After Our Gaming League's B League, so I guess you can afford to be a wee bit, just a wee bit risky. We do see, alright, we do finally see the factory going down, and we do see this command center first researching orbital command, so that'll give him the ability to jump out to this location right here and immediately throw a mule down, so good for him. And this bunker here, well placed. It does not look like Shardarki is going to be able to get anywhere near this second base. Now, that being said, Shardarki is going to see, that was great timing, he did try and block it. The orbital command center from landing. His timing, though, was actually very good to block it. However, it just wasn't in the cards. And an attack move right there would have been great. An attack move would have been great there for this. Okay, anyway. Alright, so we do see some Hellions. This is normal play for Terran against Zerg. Hellions are just going to decimate most of Zerg's main ground army. And we're going to see a fair amount of Zerglings coming in here and engaging. So Fishstix a little caught off guard. Does look like he is not going to be able to engage. But these... oh my. And these Hellions... one of the Hellions is going to fall. And it does look like now a whole bunch of the... what is that? A whole bunch of the SUVs are going to fall as well. And now we got some Balians coming up. Now these Zerglings, oof. A little bit unlucky there, the fact that these Hellions were able to come up and do what they just did. And it does look like some Balians are going to go attempt a Balian bust. Are they going to be able to pull it off? I don't know if... maybe not. So we've got these Zerglings are now just gonna get decimated here by these Hellions. Hellions just doing a huge amount of damage. One Hellion does fall, but these Zerglings just not able to ward off all these Hellions. SCV goes down. I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting a little chatterbug, or a little quiet here on the chatterbug, but there's just not much to talk about. I mean, quite frankly, these Hellions are doing the job, right? You know, when someone's doing the job, you don't really talk about it. You know, just do it like, yeah, let's do what it needs to do. All right, so it does look like Shardarki is going to have to regroup here with these Zerglings. We do see another bunker go down where it went last time. So I guess Fishstix is going to try that bunker again. And maybe ought to repair said Hellions, but I'll leave that up to him. I guess this is his game. A little bit low on the working count. Let's take a look here. Not too bad, actually. I take that back. 28 SCVs against 31 drones. So I think Shardarki spent a little bit too much of his effort there, trying to get the easy, quick win. That might prove to be a little bit problematic here in the late game. One thing to note, especially since Zerg really needs to be ahead at this point. One thing to note here is that I am doing this ad lib. I did not see this replay prior to doing this cast, so basically making this up as I go. Just trying to get this out because I got work in the morning. Alright, so we're going to see a drop here. It looks like 3 Hellions and a Marauder. It sounds like the lead up for a joke. Maybe it's a punchline, I don't know. Anyway, it looks like these guys are going to take the long way around. It also looks like 4 more Hellions are going to come up. Looks like there's going to be a 2-pronged attack with a lift and set a frontal attack. I don't think Shardarki is ready. He does have enough Zerglings to at least stop the Hellions from engaging, but not enough to... ooh, and the Hellbats are going to come in, and these Hellbats are just going to wipe out the Zerglings. But there are too many of them. Either way, though, this drop is going to be fairly effective. I would argue we're going to see some damage going down on these drones. Yes, the drones are getting happy. It's hot. They work hard. And he is moving out all these drones. Okay, so not too bad, but now we do see a decided advantage here for Fishstix in his economy. He does have 41 SCVs against 34 drones, and Shardarki's behind. We do see that there is a well-placed Banshee here by Fishstix. But again, very good job here. A good counter here by Shardarki. Really just trying to bring the count of workers down, and he does a little bit. I don't know at what cost. That was probably fairly expensive considering the amount of Zerglings he lost in that endeavor. But he is very committed to the Zergling attack, while Fishstix is very committed to his economy, it looks like. It is never good to see a Terran player expanding to his third prior to the Zergling player. So this does not bodeth welleth for Shardarki here at the moment. And still 10 10 workers behind, 46, 47 SCVs to, well, now 42, but just previously 37 drones. And we do see Shardarki, it looks like he identified the fact that there was this Banshee here, so screw it, moved his hatchery up to what was normally the 4th base. Some good scouting going on here now. We do see another command center, orbital command being created. And some scouting going on here by Fishstix. And I would argue that the Hellion is going to trump the Zergling. But that Carapace +1 was pretty effective. It did bring down almost half of the health of these Hellions. And I think Shardarki is going to go for an easy kill here. Wants to take at least one of them out. That's just one less unit he has to deal with. He is going to go and, I think, take the other one out. But the problem here, fundamentally, is that Zerg has less units and less economy than the Terran, the Terran player. And as a result, I think that's going to affect Shardarki here for the negative. Alright, so we do see a smattering of Hellions going out. I would argue they are making a beeline. Let me just pause this for a second. He did see, okay, so he did see that expansion. I just wanted to make sure. And he did see that expansion going down, and he is going to engage, it looks like. However, there are roaches in place. They do move in quickly enough. And it does look like these Zerglings are going to engage. But I don't know how much damage they're going to do against all of this Hellion. They do take out the tank, but they aren't able to finish the job. So again, these Zerglings just not being very effective, not producing the army that is needed to take on these Hellions. So luckily Shardarki has made the transition over to roaches. That still does not help him though against air units like this Banshee. Alright, so we do see 2 factories, we do see a starport with some production. It looks like Shardarki here is going to go Locust. I see the research, I see the writing on the wall. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. He is trying to maintain his engagement here. It does look like he's in an okay position. I wasn't sure what that was all about. I guess that was a misplaced tech lab there. Alright, so right now we do see, let's take a look at income. We do see that Fishstix is dominating on the income, almost 2 to 1, so that does not bode it well for Shardarki here, especially considering that they are neck and neck here on the number of bases. And if I look at the units tab, it does look like there is still 13 more economic workers for Terran over Zerg, so very much so putting the Zerg player at a wee bit of a disadvantage. Alright, so it does look like Terran is just taking advantage of that. He's allowing himself to build up his defenses. Just a huge amount of Hellions there. Bringing back that one single... Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't find it. Bringing back that one single... Oh my goodness, I am blanking on the name. I apologize, folks. I apologize. What is the name? Banshee, thank you. Old man blanking. Hard. Alright, so again with these Zerglings, not gonna do much damage, I don't think. We do see 2 Hellions waiting right out here at the edge. They're just waiting. It does look like we've got some medevacs here, and these Zerglings are going to get taken out. Alright, so here we are, and we got, again, just matching base for base. It does look like now that the drone count, or the worker count, is even, roughly even, 83 against 81. That's better for Zerg. That's good, in the sense it's better than what it was. But it looks like now we're going to see a little bit of that lost. Oh, more than a little, almost 20. I mean, my goodness. Is that 60 now? Yeah. That's almost 20 drones right there. Huge loss there for Shardarki. And that's evidenced here even more so by the simple fact that you now see the Terran operator supply blocked almost with 2,000 extra minerals, and we do see Zerg here just barely eking by with 150, right? So the amount of interest that he's banking at the moment is not good. Luckily, he does get his swarm host down in time. He will get a little bit of time here to get those up and running, but it does not look good here for Shardarki. These swarm hosts really should have been engaged. They're a little bit low. Let's see this. Do we see now? Well, now Fishstix sees it, without a doubt. I don't think they're going to get, yeah, they're just going to get engaged. Destroy. Some free kills there, free kill. I don't think enough, though. I think this scan is going to about do it. These roaches are going to protect. They are going to protect here very well. This is good. Some Zerglings coming in again, good. But I just don't know if it's enough. Some Zerglings coming in again, good. Isn't enough though. We do see one siege tank go down. We might see another siege tank go down. I don't know what this Locust is doing. We do see one Locust go down because it literally like ran in without its clothes on. We are going to see just a huge amount of these Locusts fail. These guys are going down hard right here, whole bunch of them, and it does look like Fishstix has effectively dominated that whole engagement. And this one Widow Mine just chilling here, going yo. All right, so these siege tanks are now able to engage. They are. I've spent. I'm just going to pause it here. So I spent 2 whole games talking about the lack of research, and finally someone, namely Fishstix, decides to go ahead and do some research, and I don't even bring it up. So woe is to me, but we do see that Fishstix has a fully researched attack for ground. So congrats to him on being able to completely decimate that hatchery. I do give Shardarki credit as well. He is 2-2, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. He has to be very careful here with these drones. He has enough drones to be decent, but he needs to be very careful here with what he does with them, because one misstep and he loses his entire economy. Alright, so we are going to see these siege tanks coming in. I do believe we are going to see fairly intense engagement. It does look like these Zerglings are going to go right for the siege tanks, but they do not have the attack, I don't think. I take that back. Looks like they do. Well played. Again, another swarm host. This management of the swarm host there, I think, is a little bit of concern. But I guess we'll survive. And it does look like that Fishstix has gotten his first planetary fortress of the night. And let us see what happens. I just think these swarm hosts are going to have some real issues here engaging. They're going to have to march through all of this. This one siege tank is going to fall, that's good. However, we do see a whole bunch of Marines coming in. It doesn't look well. Does not look good here for Shardarki whatsoever. Excellent management here by Fishstix on these siege tanks. Just came in, gave him a poke, and now he's going to move back. Shardarki needs to expand. He's got 34 drones on one location, just a wee bit too many for what he needs to do. 38 here, so he is beyond overbooked. And sadly, right there's the scan. It does look like Fishstix is going to see the 5th base, technically, since the 4th was destroyed, or well, the 3rd was destroyed, but the 5th base go down. He is going to see that. That does not bode well. It does look like we are going to see 5, count it, 5 Hellions going in there to take out the base. That being said, oh, these Locusts just gonna miss, and that is huge. That is absolutely huge. These, oh man, these Hellions are just gonna decimate. This expansion, these Shardarki just not seeing it, just not sending his units in to take on these Hellions. I cannot speak to what is going on here, but whatever it is, on two attempts there where he could have stopped it. He did not. Hopefully he's going to see it on this third one and make an advance. But even still, putting him in a very precarious position with, and now he's committed. His hatchery very low, very low on health. Almost a third of what he normally has. He is going to send some units around, and oh my goodness, look at this. A just huge amount of command centers. And I don't think, so these swarm hosts right here, doesn't look like, I don't believe, that our friend Fishstix is going to see them. He is not. But at this point, the biggest problem now is that, quite frankly, he doesn't have anything left to defend his base. Shardarki does, that is. And this is a fundamental problem right now, because this base cannot fall. This is his only real functioning base, giving him any sort of supply. And I just don't think he can let this fall and recover from it. And the swarm hosts just, I don't think they're going to be there in time. I think this baby's going to fall. I think, yep, it does. And these siege tanks just doing a huge amount of destruction. It does look like Shardarki is trying to make a last-minute push here into the main, or excuse me, into Fishstix expansion, but I don't know if it's going to be enough against this huge amount of siege tanks, which are now 100% upgraded Italians. We do see a fair number of SUVs going down, but I don't know if it's enough. I really don't. This one siege tank most likely is going to fall. Yes, it is. So even still, Shardarki is without a doubt in a very precarious position. He needs to really engage. I think these swarm hosts are about to meet their maker, because these siege tanks are going to come up and unleash absolute destruction on these swarm hosts. You cannot afford to lose these swarm hosts. These guys are absolutely key, and I think he's going to be in a wee bit of trouble here as he brings them back. I think the laydown here of another scan right about now is exactly what's going to happen. And that is going to very negatively affect his ability, Shardarki's ability to engage in this play. And now we do see 3-3 Thors. My goodness. And still Fishstix is mining. Still mining. So it does not bode well. Does not bode well at all for Shardarki here at the moment. Fishstix playing a very good match, very conservative. Not pushing too hard in any location that he shouldn't. These corruptors not really engaging on any level. These Zerglings are going to get in there. They are going to do some level of damage to these siege tanks. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It might not even be enough. Might not even be enough Zerglings there. Another Locust falls. Another Locust falls. They're just dropping like flies. And at this point now, with 3 of them left, there's just they don't have they just do not have the numbers to take on this battle force right here. And that's evidenced by the fact that he didn't even have to scan there, he just attacked, and that by itself was able to take out one swarm host. Alright, so now it looks like Fishstix is moving into the main base. Ladies and gentlemen, I would expect a GG here very shortly from Shardarki. I don't think there is much left here for him to do. This is a unmanageable situation, and the fact he does, there is the GG. And ladies and gentlemen, Fishstix takes the very first win for Twitch in this matchup with a very good Terran play, some very risky early on economic play to get that second or that natural out, and it paid off in the long run, giving him a full-on advantage economically against his Zerg player. So, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is not over. Twitch is back in the game and could very well come on and find a change of fortune. So ladies and gentlemen, this is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon. Thank you for watching Game 3 in Week 5, and please stay tuned for Game 4.